just what I wanted to hear after a nice, easy-going Wednesday.
It is a prayer in motion, a sweet reboot in this commuter ocean. A sweet reboot in this commuter ocean. Yeah!
Footless stop number 1. Well, I didn't have anything recording this morning, even though I thought I hit the record button, so that was a fun thing. I think I had another great conversation with you guys about gear, and of course I need to record it again. But that's here nor there, just growing pains, and just need to learn, double check, triple check that things are actually working the way they should. But with that being said, I did get an email from Ricka yesterday, and the Stardale gloves should be here on Friday, so I'll get a review of them out either next week, later on next week probably. I have to try them on, first impressions, whatnot. Anyway, the flannel that I'm wearing and I have been wearing lately, I tried to pack my flannel this afternoon because I knew it was going to be hot, but this is the lightest jacket that I own that's not full summer with ventilation and everything, so this isn't too bad. I'll put a link to the flannel in the description and up on the screen. That I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. I am probably gonna break out the Climb summer jacket tomorrow, wear that both to and from work. I just wore this to and from this morning. It was like 61. It was a little chilly on the arms, but I mean, other than that, wasn't terrible. But I'm happy that I started wearing this again. My wife put one of my favorite bands patches on the back, more like a t-shirt. We found a Real Friends t-shirt that says pizza is good, and it was a small, but I can't wear small, of course, but we have a cool jacket that we can put it on, so turn it into one of those retro punk jackets that I've always wanted to have and wear, so been wearing it a lot more. Good to see the bikes out. So beautiful out. I know next week it's supposed to be up to like the 50s again, but take it while it comes. I wish I had more gear to talk about with you guys. I don't really have anything else in the pipeline with gear coming, other than the Stardale gloves. And with them, I mean, I wanted a pair of summer gloves with gauntlet, and I know that they're more race inspired, and they're more for track guys, but I like the look of them. I like a gauntlet glove. Like, I know I'm wearing my Street and Steel that I have here, but ever since I had my first pair of Rickas that have the little gauntlet on it, I've really enjoyed wearing and having that extra protection and everything. Other than that, I have my Arai helmets. I cycle through them. I do have an Ermine helmet that I really like. My wife got me a few years ago. It really complements the Guzzi. It has a matte green, just like the Guzzi Centario does. So I'll probably turn that into a motovlog helmet too, because I need to get another mount, and that's going to be more of like a summer helmet anyway. This Region X that I have, though, it's been really good for what I've gotten it for. I do like the way that the Quantum X fits. a little bit better. It's more snug. Um, you get more of the chipmunk cheeks whenever you throw it on. But you can tell the difference in the Arise though, like from one price point to the other. Like, yeah, they're both super good quality and they're both super good, reliable helmets, but you can definitely tell that the little extra TLC went to the Quantum than the Regent that I have on right now. Um, but like just little things like the material that's inside. Like this material is a little bit, I wouldn't say cheaper. But it's not the same quality that the Quantum X is. But that's to be expected in a lower price range than the Quantum X was. My Urban helmet that I have, though, that's one of my favorite helmets. I really like that company and that brand. I wore a lot of their open face helmets and their closed helmets throughout the years because of the tariffs and things like that. They don't import to the States anymore, but their brand, I really like their brand. They're like a street old school vibe with the way that their designs were, the way that they marketed. I think they were more of like a skating motorcycle type. So it was cool that when I found them a bunch of years ago, that scooped up a couple of their helmets. I first ride out the Sturgis, I wore their helmet. It was an open face helmet. Yeah, it looked like a beet potato or a beet tomato whenever I came back, just with all the sun on my face and everything else that the wind burn, the sun, the bugs, the raccoon eyes with my sunglasses on, the whole 9 yards. But I wouldn't trade that for the world. And I still have that helmet. It's one of my favorite. It has like an ombre, one of the old school ombres. It looked really good with my Road King. But before the Arai helmets, I guess the other helmets that I really wore a lot of was, I had Scorpion helmets. And they were good. They're lightweight too. Like, I didn't really have any issues with fit. I still have them. I just cycle through my Arise and the Urban helmet more than I do anything else. I got away from wearing the open face helmets like I used to when I was first starting to ride, just because I feel a lot more safer with a full face on, or even just like the Urban helmet that has just the old school like Gringo look on it, where it's just the open eye hole and everything else is covered. That's just personal preference for me. Like, yeah, I can circle back around and wear a open face. I probably won't go back to a half helmet though. I wore one of those too going out to Milwaukee a few times, and nothing against half helmets. I just for my style of riding, I don't think I would look right on it, because I'm not wearing a half helmet on the Eliminator. I'm not wearing a half helmet on the Guzzi. Definitely not wearing it on the KLR. And the only thing it would look normal on was be me riding the V-Star on a half helmet. But can't really do much on a half helmet with motor vlogs. Yeah, it's here nor there. Each their own. Like I said, I'm never gonna, yuck on someone else's yum that they like something and I don't. And it's not like I don't like it. I don't feel the need to wear one, just for the type of riding that I do. It's the same as the gloves. Like, I remember buying just cheap, like fake military hard knuckle gloves off of Amazon when I first started riding, and they fit the bill for what I needed them to. But you learn more, you grow in knowing what you like, what you don't like, how you're gonna ride, what you're gonna ride, and you end up just settling on some gloves that you like. Like the only time that I ever had gauntlet gloves before the Hurricane Rookie gloves that I had were just, I think it was like a pair of Scorpion winter gloves that I had, and they were always a bear to get over any of the jackets that I had for winter. So I was like, oh, gauntlet gloves, this is terrible. But Rick fits my hands. I'm excited to get the Stardales on. Boot wise, I wear my boots. I'll wear my Daytonas all the time at work, um, all the time throughout, you know, winter, summer, spring, fall. They're on my feet. The only other boots that I do wear occasionally are my cowboy boots, which don't have any added ankle protection, but they fit the bill. Um, it's better than when I grew up just wearing my Converse or my PF Flyers all the time and thinking that that would fit the bill. I guess once you get older and once you get thinking about your kids and wanting to make sure that you come home in one piece to your wife, and that's that's what goes through my mind when I pick out what I'm going to wear for the bike, what I'm going to wear for safety, and how I'm going to, get home in one piece. Just for the slide, not the ride. Like currently, yeah, I have a lot of exposed skin, but I also am doing the best that I can to be safe. I guess I could talk about that. The Alpine Stars canvas airbag that I do have on. I don't know the model off the top of my head because I have a terrible memory, but I picked it up when I got my RST stuff. And I originally got the jacket because, or the airbag, because I just wanted some peace of mind. Like I do as much as I possibly humanly can to be as safe and ride as safe as possible. But there's always that 1% that happens that you're gonna get that you're not gonna be prepared for. That's gonna come out of nowhere. And with that, like I rather dress for the slide and be comfortable with the airbag and just the safety protection that I am putting on than anything else. So as far as like charging it or if I've tested it out by just falling down, no, I haven't tested it out just by falling down. I knew that I probably could, but I haven't yet. And then as far as charging, like when I went out to Indiana, I had it on and I was able to go the whole way out there and back. And I still think ride about another week before having to charge it. Like the charging on it is the low power Bluetooth that it has on and being the monitor that it has, it doesn't take up a lot of battery life. Like I think I have to charge it once every 2 weeks on my commutes. So like every other Sunday or something along those lines, but it's really not bad or inconvenient. Like I'll charge it on a Sunday afternoon watching the NASCAR race when my cardo's charging and my brake free um, helmet lights charging too. So like I'll charge all three of them up for the week, and my cardo lasts the whole week. Gets down to like 25% at the end of Friday whenever I pull in. Brake free light, that I haven't had that run out of juice, and I wore that the whole way out to Indiana to and from, and it still had plenty of battery life left in it whenever I came home. So that gets charged every week. I do only have it on like the setting where it'll come on when I decelerate or when I engine brake, just to let them know behind me, like, hey, I'm braking. Let's reboot and ride.